South Carolina lawmaker has made it his purpose at the State House to stop the crime that led to his own son taking his life.
It's called sexual extortion or sextortion, and the FBI says thousands of minors across the country are victims every year. State House reporter Mary Green has the story.
I want to start the conversation. The most important thing about this bill is actually raising the awareness of what an issue that this is.
That's why Representative Brandon Guffey has worn this black pin every day at the State House since starting his first term in January.
This is the symbol. It's less than 3, which kids put at the end of a text as like a heart. But it's the text that my son sent out to many of his friends before he took his life.
It's a symbol of the fight that's become the York County Republicans' purpose in serving here, one he spoke about Wednesday to his fellow House members.
July 27th of 2022, I lost my son to this crime.
Guffey's 17-year-old son, Gavin, had just graduated high school.
He loved art and cooking and skating. What I loved about him was that he was his own person. He didn't change for anyone.
He took his life just hours after Guffey says a stranger reached out to Gavin, coerced him into sending intimate images of himself, and then tried to extort him for money. The first bill Guffey ever filed as a House member would make that crime, called sexual extortion or sextortion, punishable by up to 30 years in prison in South Carolina. The FBI says more than 3,000 minors were targeted in these crimes in the last year across the country, mainly boys. But those are just the reported incidents and likely just a small fraction.
Criminals are coming into the bedroom while you're at home and you have no clue, and they are targeting our children.
The FBI says the criminals in many sextortion incidents are coming from outside the U.S. So Guffey says to really crack down, the federal government and tech and social media companies need to take a tougher stance. But he says at the very least, passing this bill would bring more awareness of how widespread this issue is and encourage more families to talk with each other about it.
I feel like I'm making a difference, and it's the only good that I can get out of losing my son.
Guffey's bill cleared its first hurdle Wednesday, advancing out of a House subcommittee. So far, it has more than 50 sponsors coming from both parties. And each time someone new signs on, Guffey gives them one of these pins so they too can keep on spreading the awareness. Reporting from the State House, I'm Mary Green. If you or someone you know is struggling with thoughts of suicide, help is available. You can call or text the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline at 988. It's free and help is available 24/7.